Say something, E.t. Ouch. Oh my goodness. Hello, Kelsey Taylor here. Welcome to another movie review. Now, I had no idea today was the 40th anniversary of the original release of E.t. And I decided to review this movie. I've talked about before on the channel briefly my thoughts on the film. And, well, the title of the video should be called E.t. the Extra-Terrestrial. Or E.t. for short, I don't know. When I put in the title of the video is what you'll see and get. And this is one of the classic sci-fi films released in 1982. It's hard to believe now this movie's now 40 years old. I remember when I was really little, had the VHS tape to it, like whenever it came out. I think one of those reissues in the 90s or something. And what I have here is the 20th anniversary edition, which the less you talk about it, the better, because it has some changes that a lot of people weren't happy with. Like they CGI'd E.t., they took away the guns in one scene, and like the one thing I would say about the 20th anniversary version is that I think they added in an extra scene with both E.t. and Elliot, which was kind of funny, which is not included in the original cut. But nowadays, you know, if you want to show some people E.t. for the first time, they always have the original version, which is I think the best way to watch the film. They didn't, like, you know, throw in some CGI enhancements or stuff like that. It's just pretty much how the movie came out. Like, I know Steven Spielberg did some changes in the 20th anniversary edition for many reasons, but, you know, if the original became a hit, became a classic in everyone's eyes, then the original deserves, like, there was no reason for those changes to exist. At least that's what I think. But it's a cool DVD set either way. For like 5 of you who don't know what the story's about, it's been a while since I watched this movie. I haven't watched it, I think, in a year now. Something like that. It's about E.t. Lands on planet Earth or something, or he was with a group of his aliens of his own kind, and then some FBI agents or some group of people like come by, and then the aliens have to leave, and they accidentally leave E.t. behind. And then E.t. comes across Elliot, and Elliot has to, like, from certain people, try to hide E.t., keep it a secret from him. And then he and Elliot and E.t. develop a bond, develop like a close bond. It's kind of like in certain scenes where, you know, what E.t. does, Elliot does, like basically like Elliot being controlled by E.t. a little bit, something like that. It's kind of hard to explain. But it's one of those, like, the kid has to hide the alien from everybody else kind of story. Like, you heard it in a few movies, I think. I don't know if it was a cliche when this movie came out. Something like that. I'm not really sure. But it's definitely a classic. Like, the music composed by John Williams. Like, it's like one of my favorite film scores of his. And the ending, like, you see in the movie, you know how the ending was. It's heartwarming. It's, like, really... It almost brings a tear to my eye always watching the ending of this. And Steven Spielberg did a great job directing this movie, and I think this is one of Drew Barrymore's first movies that helped her launch her career and stuff. And of course, the E.t. alien is kind of cute and very friendly, probably a nice friendly alien. If aliens do exist in real life, I hope they're like E.t., not like killer aliens and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And there was one scene I remember that used to scare me as a kid. I think there was like one certain scene that scared me where, spoiler for the 5 minutes who have not seen this movie, where E.t. almost dies, and they're trying to make him come back to life. Like they bring those things that like shock you. Those things, I never know what those are called. That part always scared me. And the one scene that scared me, and this I talked about like a long time ago, was where Elliot releases, like he's in this science class at school, and he releases all those frogs. Yeah, like, I have a strange phobia with frogs, and I always hated that scene. But, yeah, it's definitely a real classic. A lot of, you know, very memorable moments, a lot of memorable moments you know of. And, of course, you know this image, of course. Elliot and E.t. flying past the moon. It's such a great classic movie, so heartfelt. It's like one of those kids' movies that, like, you know, like there's some movies that are kind of like this, like a few these days, but nothing captures the magic of E.t. I think this is my favorite Steven Spielberg movie he's directed. I know for a lot of people, like Steven Spielberg movies, there's like, I think, kind of hard to pick one, but not for me. It's easy. E.t.'s my favorite. Definitely a classic 80s film that still holds up 40 years later. And if you haven't seen this movie, I definitely recommend, watching it. Like, if you can, you could probably like rent it online, like for cheap or something, or maybe if Netflix or whatever picks up again for streaming, or heck, maybe you can find like you can finally find the 4K and Blu-ray and like the old DVD stuff like that. I definitely recommend the original cut of E.t. I have here again in this set, not the 20th anniversary edition. The original E.t. is definitely a great film, and I really enjoy it. And I've been on the E.t. ride years ago at Universal, which I don't know if it's still there or not, and that's where I got this E.t. doll, in case you're wondering, in the red jacket. Ain't he so cute? Alright, so that's my review on E.t. the Extra-Terrestrial. I wanted to do this in honor of the 40th anniversary of the film, so happy 40th birthday to this film. And let me know your thoughts on it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Adios.